We had revolutions from the past. Andres Bonifacio and Jose Rizal are some of them. But you know what? Even today, revolution still exists in our country, the Philippines. Jose Maria Sison, also known by his nickname Joma, was a Filipino writer and an activist who founded the Communist Party of the Philippines. The communist movement in the Philippines officially began in 1930 with the establishment of the Partido Komunista ng Pilipinas, or also known as the Communist Party of the Philippines. The party was outlawed in 1932 by a decision from the Supreme Court, but was technically legalized in 1938. The New People's Army, under the Communist Party, which was founded in March 29, 1969, had 20,000 combatants, over 5,600 regular armed members, unknown number of lightly armed and unarmed supporters, that operates in 110 guerrilla fronts across 73 provinces in the Philippines. Joma Sison, the founder, was arrested during the Ferdinand Marcos presidency in 1977. He was imprisoned for almost 9 years. But you know what? Corazon Aquino's administration released him from prison short after the EDSA revolution. But why? It is for the sake of national reconciliation to the opposition and for his role in opposing Marcos' administration. But the release was even protested by the military. However, from here, a lot of encounters happened between the government and the opposition. Some of these were the injustice and aggressive actions that took lives of government forces, civilians, and even the indigenous people. It creates fear for the people, especially those who live in far-flung areas. It also forbids the economic and political development because of the too much tension between the government and the opposition. If we come to think of it, why do they do all of this? Who are their primary targets for recruitment? The Communist Party of the Philippines and the New People's Army seeks to overthrow the Philippine government in favor of a new state led by the working class and to expel United States influence from the Philippines. Usually, they take advantage of youth, particularly those residing in depressed and isolated areas due to their innocence. The CPP intends to take advantage of the unpolluted, idealistic nature and positive attitude that the youth possess and use such mindset to supplement their ongoing political struggle. Because of this battle setbacks, this group is considered a terrorist organization by the United States and remains a major Philippine security threat. The Communist rebellion has left about 40,000 combatants and civilians dead. It also has stunned economic development, especially in the countryside, where the military says about 2,000 insurgents are still active. Moreover, past administrations had engaged in on and off peace negotiations with the communist rebels. But what happened? Former President Rodrigo Duterte ended peace talks in March 2019 and negotiations have not resumed. And it is also believed that the rebellion group did not adhere to their promises and agreement to the government in terms of peace talks. That is why a Manila court in 2019 ordered the arrest of Sison and 37 others for their alleged involvement in the massacre that happened in 1985. Because in 2006, a mass grave discovered by the soldiers in Inopacan town on Leyte Island supposedly contained skeletal remains of rebels killed by their colleagues. On suspicion, they were informants of the military. Sison, on the other hand, in a Facebook post in September 2019, he said he and the other suspects were in jail at the time of the killings. But according to the list submitted last year 2022, It included 2,443 cases of abuse and human rights and international humanitarian law violations by the CPP-NPA-NDF from 2010 to the first semester of 2022. However, last December 16, 2022, Joma passed away at the age of 83. On the other hand, Vice President Sara Duterte, daughter of the former president, issued a brief statement on Sison's death, saying, "May God have mercy on his soul," instead of saying, "May his soul rest in peace." What do you think might be the reason? I think it's up to us to think about it. Meanwhile, the Department of the National Defense said that because of his death, it deprived the Filipino people the opportunity to bring this fugitive to justice under the country's laws, which means that those victims of abuses will never have their justice because the founder is already gone. He can no longer face trials about the damage and abuses he caused to the people and to the country, the Philippines. For now, the Communist Party gave no indication about a possible successor to Sison. What do you think about his death? Does it weaken the opposition? Is it the time that we will rise again? Of his death, can we achieve better Philippines?